मैं भाजपा को आह्वान करता हूं, अगर महाराष्ट्र में अल्पमत में सरकार आई है तो उन्हें नो कॉन्फिडेंस लाना चाहिए, बात करना चाहिए कि एक्चुअली ईडी का डर बताकर जिस तरह से महाराष्ट्र की सरकार को अस्थिर करने का जो काम बीजेपी सरकार केंद्र के माध्यम से कर रही है, तो उन्हें बताना चाहिए आगे कि नो कॉन्फिडेंस के लिए सरकार तैयार है, पर वो नहीं करेंगी क्योंकि इस महाभारत के मूल वही है और वो राज्य में अस्थिरता बनाकर राज्य की जनता का नुकसान करना चाहती है बीजेपी, और इसी तरह अस्थिरता बनी रहेंगी तो राज्य की जनता का नुकसान होगा। संजय राउत का बयान जो है वो उनके पार्टी के अंतर्गत मामले का है, वो महा विकास आघाड़ी के बारे में नहीं है और हम लोग पूरे सचेत है। आज हमारी जो मीटिंग हुई है उस मीटिंग में भी इस विषय की चर्चा हुई है। हम पूरे इस मामले पे नजर रखे हुए हैं और महा विकास आघाडी के साथ काँग्रेस खड़ी है।
सर तुम्ही म्हणतात तुम्ही म्हणतात की सरकार बनणार नाही किंवा सध्या संख्या जी आहे ती कुठेतरी कमी झालेली आहे,
म्हणून मी तुम्हाला संख्येचा विषय तुम्ही जो उपस्थित करताय, मी त्या संख्येच्या बद्दल सांगितलेलं आहे की ज्या भाजपनी हा महाराष्ट्रामध्ये महाभारत घडवलेला आहे ती भाजप अजून चूप का आहे, अजूनही त्यांच्याजवळ संख्या नाही। ज्यांना सत्तेची लालसा जी भाजपला पडलेली आहे, पार्टीची सरकार पडल्यानंतर तिने हे केलेली गडबड आहे ईडीच्या माध्यमातून आणि त्याच्या माध्यमातून हा सगळा दहशतवाद या पद्धतीनं लोकशाहीचं खून करण्याचं काम बीजेपी केंद्राच्या सत्तेच्या आधारावर करते आहे। ती बीजेपी का चूप बसलेली आहे, त्याच्याजवळ संख्याबळ नाही आणि म्हणून ती चूप बसलेली आहे।
All right, so that was Congress's Nana Patole who was speaking on these developments. I'm joined by Binay Singh, who's a political analyst on the broadcast. Mr. Binay Singh, thank you for making time and speaking to Mirror Now. Things are changing very fast in the state of Maharashtra, from Guwahati to Mumbai. Unexpected developments are unfolding by the hour. Do you think the next 24 hours are very crucial after Mr. Sanjay Raut's ultimatum to the rebel leaders?
Yeah, there is no use of giving ultimatum. It's already too late. And the arrogance of Shiv Sena, the miscommunication, the communication gap in the Shiv Sena has left them nothing, but they must repent now for their sins, for their crimes, for leaving the issue of national interest, for leaving the issue of Hindutva, for cheating the inspiration of the Shiv Sainiks. And one more thing, you must notice that the Shiv Sainiks, they didn't have allegiance to Shiv Sena for a generation. They paid allegiance to Shiv Sena for 3 consecutive generations. And this is not the end of the road for Shiv Sena, but it's an end of the road for the Thackeray family also. The legacy which started from Balasaheb Thackeray has come to an end now, for the not for the Shiv Sena, but in fact for the Thackeray family. And it's too late. And there is a saying in Hindi, अब पछताए होत क्या जब चिड़िया चुग गई खेत। तो अब पछताना ही रखा हुआ है, द चिड़िया खेत चुग गई है। There is nothing left. They must repent for their sins, for their crimes. They have not given importance to the party leaders, just not to the party leaders, but they have cheated the Shiv Sainiks, the emotions of the Shiv Sainiks also. And I was surprised that this level of miscommunication was there, that at the time of COVID, the health minister of Maha Vikas Aghadi, he was trying to connect with the chief minister and he was not able to connect at that also at the time of COVID. So this was the level of miscommunication. This was the level of communication gap. And this is not what has happened in a night or in a day or two. This was brewing for years, till when 2.5 years when Shiv Sena came into power.
Right.
So the arrogance and the power blended with the arrogance, that has led to communication gap, I can say like this.
Right. I'm also joined by Sundar Balakrishnan, who's a political analyst. Mr. Balakrishnan, thank you for making time. A lot of people are saying that it seems that Mr. Uddhav Thackeray has lost control of the Shiv Sena, given the kind of resentment, given the kind of dissent that is on display in Guwahati. Do you agree with this?
Archana, I think until yesterday, I was under the impression that, this was the game plan of only Eknath Shinde, of course, backed by BJP also. But today, I am somewhere, confidently, I can say that, this is some tacit understanding between Uddhav Thackeray and the BJP. And they had in their mind long time that they have to pull out from this alliance, because if they are going to continue this alliance, they are not going to get enough seats in the upcoming DMC elections or whatever the elections come in the future. I'm telling you, even if the elections are going to be there in the future, and assume that in the future they are not going to form an alliance with BJP, which is very doubtful, then even in that case, I think Shiv Sena is not going to get the number of seats that they have got as of now, because people have lost faith in them. They have not been able to judge this. And if in this case, if Eknath Shinde comes here and he says, we are happy that you have come out of MVA, I don't think Uddhav Thackeray is going to take up the CM chair. It is going to be somebody else that he will nominate. And who is going to make the first move with the governor? That is also a big point, because governor is going to call first Uddhav Thackeray and ask him about the situation within his party, and he will, as usual, he will say all is fine. They will come back. But according to me, governor, looking at the past, the performance of this governor, I think he will even call Eknath Shinde and ask him to submit his papers as to overall supporting him. And BJP will go after Eknath Shinde and they will try to form the government. But in this case, who is going to be the CM is going to be a big question mark. But in the future, according to me, they will pull out of this MBA. They will pull out of this MBA and keep the alliance with BJP on a suspended animation. And according to me, president rule is the one that is going to be imposed. And what is going to happen is, in future, the election, BJP will join hands with Shiv Sena, and Shiv Sena will join hands with BJP. That is what I'm expecting as of now.
Right, interesting points there, Mr. Balakrishnan. Binay Kumar Singh, if you followed what Mr. Sundar said, the BJP has very tacitly maintained their silence and distanced themselves away, from this controversy. But we just heard a very, very senior BJP leader, Mr. Praveen Darekar, who said that everybody wants Mr. Devendra Fadnavis to take oath as the next chief minister. Are you going to say that BJP has no role to play in this entire saga?
I agree with what Mr. Sharad Pawar said. Sharad Pawar said about Shiv Sena that, look, we don't have to do anything with this matter. It's a matter of Shiv Sena. So again, the same applies with BJP also. It's nothing to related to BJP. It is just a coincidence that they feel, the MLAs feel safe in a BJP rule state, and so that's why they were in Gujarat and now they are in Assam. Till date, the chaos which has happened, that is just
yeah. All right, we seem to have lost that link. My apologies to the viewers. Sundar Balakrishnan is with us. Sundar, picking up from where you left, you said that the BJP is in all likelihood going to play a very important role as far as Maharashtra's future is concerned. But this is a question that I've been asking all my guests through these 3 days ever since the crisis broke out. What does it say about our political system? What does it say about poaching, about MLAs jumping ship from one camp to another? And do you think it's the people at the end of the day who are being cheated? Any political party, it's not specific to just one. But when a situation like this unfolds, what does it say about our system?
I tell you, Archana, you hit the nail on the head. It is absolutely disgusting that, even after, these people receiving a party, and people like us who vote for one party, a candidate who is for one party, and at the, on the other hand, they switch the parties. And it is shameless for these leaders. We should shun these politicians and we should throw away these politicians in the future elections. And we should have some law in future whereby, if they switch the parties for their personal benefit, they should be chucked out and they should be disqualified permanently in fighting elections. It's very bad, very bad. It's absolutely bad.
All right. Thank you so much, Sundar Balakrishnan, for those strong words on this development. We really don't know what is the fate of these MLAs in the next elections, but certainly the next 24 hours are extremely crucial. The Shinde camp has, in as many words, said that they will not return to Mumbai unless the Shiv Sena pulls out of Maha Vikas Aghadi. We'll have to wait and watch what happens eventually.